Oh yeah, it's gonna rain this afternoon. I doubt that, that's the funny thing about New Mexico weather too, is that, they're pretty much predicting like afternoon rain all the way till evening. So there's more than likely a chance that the Tuesday night races will get canceled, but it's one of those things where the rain could clear up for that entire 2.5 hours that the races could be happening. But simple fact is, I'm still not feeling well. I don't know that I can actually do Tuesday night crits unless I just go there more to just hang out. So I'm just trying to get myself out, fresh air, do something instead of just feeling ill. So I'm just going to come out here, pedal. And just try to get a short little hour, maybe hour and a half ride in. My head's feeling fine right now. My tummy's feeling all right now. I almost didn't go out just because it was not very pleasant just about 30 minutes ago, but kind of got past that and just like, I just need to get out. I just need to get out. You're going to try to get a ride in, and you got a heat warning. That's, I guess I'm kind of still amazed by that. I don't know why in my mind, you would think you'd be further north on the continent, that it would be cooler. But it just seems, that's just where I guess I'm ignorant. We're obviously going through our monsoon season right now. So we've been getting rain since, mid last week, I think. Mid last week, I think it started. So I'm going to have to get, at some point in time, go check on my gutters. I think I got one gutter that might be plugged up. Yeah, I noticed the last couple of streams you did were more walking streams, which honestly, that's what I was about to do. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to get on the bike. But now that I'm out here and feeling the cool breeze, it's quite pleasant right now. Yeah, that humidity is a bugger. When I used to travel very heavy, when my job title was a regional trainer, I had several facilities that I regretted traveling to, which one was Houston. You know, Dallas, the humidity gets pretty bad, but the other was, I had a couple of shops in Florida that, oh, it was just like instant sticky. As soon as I got off the plane in Gainesville, Florida to get my rental car to drive down to Ocala, Florida, it was just sticky. And then back then, I'm, a technical trainer shop, so hands-on. So I was in the shop with the mechanics working, and so you're just sweating all day long. The good thing is that I have experience with it, because I did live out in the Northwest. Northeast for quite a while when I went to school. I lived in Chicago, I lived in Indiana, I lived in Cleveland. So I lived practically on the other side of the pond of you there, Dimitri, for a little while back in, what year was that, like 93, 94. I don't know if you were there, back then, but yeah, I could have thrown a rock at you across the pond there from where I lived. Well, let's see, I haven't really fully decided which direction I'm going yet. It looks kind of like I'm going this way. I don't want to get too far from the house. I haven't eaten. I don't really have any nutrition on me. I got just plain water, and it's just because of the sensitivity of my stomach right now. I'm not even sure I'm going to do the third race of the WTRL series tomorrow. I hate to not do it, but maybe I just get on and do something, not really worry about riding in my tempo zone, just do something. So even if it's a zone down, just get on and try to keep up, keep my points going, which is probably gonna pretty much dropped me in the ranks. Yeah, I think I might go with that ideology. Something's better than zero, Dimitri. I think, because like even right now, you know, I'm only doing like 140 watts. And I know I can do more right now. So even if I just got on and did like 180 watts or something, maybe 200, you know, I don't need to do 270, I don't need to do 290, 300, just get on there and do 200 watts, do an 11 something run. Getting a weather alert for flash flooding. Man, my mouth is already dry and I want to drink some water, but I just have the feeling that even drinking water is going to set my stomach off. So I think I'm going to go up towards the mountain today. Good. Got a load. I didn't want to pass these cars. I do want to pass these cars, but I'd rather wait. I gotta get a little water in my mouth. Just a swig. Yeah, boy, there's a lot of debris in the road from all the rain we've had. Yeah, it looks like the sheriffs are finally trying to keep the speed down on this road. Good job. TPTV, good morning. It's going better today. I'm still been feeling sick for about the last 5 days, and I'm kind of just forcing myself to get out on the bike, get some fresh air while the temperatures are low. I gotta tell you, TPTV, watching your show the other day, and I honestly don't know how you can say some of the, I want to say shit, but we'll just go with stuff. The stuff you say and keep a straight face. Oh, totally dig the show. What the heck? Issues through here. I never understand the 3 modems and still get these bitrate drops here. Hey, buddy. Honey bunny. Hey, easy there, easy. I mean, I get the comedic sense behind your show, and it's just, you know, whoa, buddy, watch out. Don't need one of those things jumping across my wheel. I was trying to remember the label that you were giving yourself. It just, you were trying so hard to keep a straight face on this label you were giving yourself, and I can't remember. I think it had to involve the 2 words "come" and literary. Good golly, I can't even talk this morning. Spanish out here because I can't even roll my R's out here. One of my coworkers laughed at me the other day. He's actually here in town. I call the people that actually work for me team members. You know, I hate using that term that they work for me. You know, they do. I am their direct supervisor, but so one of my team members is here in Albuquerque today. He's doing some hands-on training classes in the shop today, and I'm gonna go meet him later, provided I still feel well. But he was laughing at me because I was talking about all the rain we're getting here right now in Albuquerque, and oh well, there's a pair of good vice grips on the floor back there on the street. And I was talking about how the problem with, you know, we're such in a drought, so we need the rain, but the problem is it creates a lot of flash flooding, and it fills our arroyos get flash flooded. And at least once or twice during their monsoon flash flooding season, the first responders are out having to rescue people out of the ditch. But what he was laughing at is the way I say arroyo, you know, because he's like, And then he said it correctly, you know, arroyo. He's like, hey, you got to roll those R's. And I said, dude, I can't even roll the Z's in pizza. What are you talking about? Is it pizza? And I think what people don't understand is that while you may look at me and, you know, I look every bit of Hispanic, Latin, last name obviously falls within, but I really have no culture. Even growing up here in New Mexico, I really have no upbringing or culture around I have no culture in being raised fully around the Hispanic culture. Don't speak Spanish, you know. You know, I could roll the R's if I really think about it, but again, I kind of say the words as I know them. I don't really try to put the Hispanic, Mexican, whatever you want to call it, Spaniards. I mean, we have a lot of Spaniards out here, Native American. You know, I just don't think about speaking those words in the way someone that speaks Spanish would say it. You know, I don't know how many times I actually have tried to learn Spanish, you know. I think the closest I ever got to it was years and years ago. I worked in one bus shop as a mechanic, and almost everyone, I mean, I would say everyone spoke Spanish in that bus shop, so they always spoke Spanish. Not exclusively, but, you know, so I started picking it up there. Obviously, a lot of the bad words. I mean, I know how to insult you pretty good in Spanish. Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's a light ride. I'm gonna have to think about how far up to the mountain I want to go today, because like I said, I'm really not feeling that great. SDJ 1985, thank you for the follow. Oh, you know what?
Text to speech enable.
And text to speech. That time that was my fault. I didn't turn text to speech on. I keep forgetting this helmet has communications built in, and and keep forgetting to turn it back on. Yeah, I don't know. Much as I have a desire to head towards the mountains, I just don't know if it's a good idea. I mean, I'm really not pedaling hard. My heart rate's only, where's my heart rate? 131. You know, I'm not really pushing watts at all. I'm just pretty much just trying to get out and spin. So it'd be no problem at all really to go up.
Entry Capri and offset, don't forget you've got to pedal back home.
Well, this is partially true, Dimitri, because right now I am 100% climbing. It looks like flat, but this is a very steady 2-3% grade. So if I do continue to go up, it's pretty much, now I won't stop pedaling, but it's pretty much coasting all the way home. And then I purposely chose this direction too, because once I get back down, the wind is actually blowing south today, so it would be a tailwind all the way home. So yeah, and you know, I get what you're saying. You still got to put forth energy, effort. All right, well, I'm coming up on my light where I gotta make my choice. And hang on a sec. One of my employees here texting me. So this is the light where I got to make a choice. So let's see here. All right.
Dmitry Kupryanov said that smart planning, most my rides seem to go the other way. Dmitry Kupryanov said always head wind back.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do is, so right where I live, there's at least 3 different flags that I look at. Our neighbor next door has a flag out front. And then out my back window, there's a flag at a business that's sort of behind us. And their flag is a little bit more out towards the main street, so I get an idea of what's really happening with the wind. So I usually look at that flag to make judgments on which direction I'm going to go. And then even when I leave my house, when I get out to the street, if I look down towards the end of the street, there's even one more flag that I could look at that just kind of confirms the direction of the wind. And a lot of my choices are by those flags, because I'm one of those that I prefer to have the easy ride home. Well, I kind of forgot all about the light back there, so looks like I'm going up. I wonder what those trucks are doing out here. There must be some construction or something going on up here, because those trucks are actually not allowed on this road. See, nothing over 3 tons.
way.
The thing about going this way is
Entry copyright offset, is that so they don't?
it's more so that. Hang on a sec. Whew. Yeah, there's definitely something going on up here. It's more so that the truckers don't use this road as a bypass to get through Albuquerque. Because if you take this road all the way up and around, it connects to I-25, I'm sorry, I-40 going west, east. So the Department of Transportation keeps an eye on this here, making sure that trucks don't use it. I'm sure that it has something to do with the road, ruining the road as well, because you start allowing heavy traffic on this road, they can mess it up, especially if it's not been tarmacked in a way to carry the load of a lot of heavy, 80,000 pound trucks coming through. Well, I got through the steep section over there and definitely took my heart rate's really not that bad. It's just, it definitely kind of jacked up my breathing a little bit. So those trucks are going, I could see them way up the road. So it's got to be something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of where they would be going. Perhaps they're going up to this little canyon over here. Maybe all the rain has washed out some roads up there, because when you get to the top here, there's a place where you go left to head towards La Luz. But there's a lot of residential up there in the mountains. And so perhaps there's a lot of road washer up there, and those orange trucks are county trucks, so it would make sense if they were heading up that way. All right, I'm gonna back the gear down and just try to keep spinning. It's like I feel like I want to go a little faster, but I think it's best just to keep a higher cadence and spin. I am on my my Trek, so my lightweight climbing bike. I'm not on my crit racing bike, so this bike is definitely geared much lower for climbing, and it's much lighter than the other bike. Maybe I'll stop up here, give you all a peek of the Trek Amonda SLR. Probably the lightest frame I've ever owned. I think when I got the frame, it was supposed to be something like 640 gram frame, and I could be wrong on that. So the original frame I had, it was a Trecamonda SLR Race Shop Edition. So I bought it from someone who's brand new in a box, and it was the last of the handmade Wisconsin built frames, made in the US, Wisconsin. And the stupid frame broke. So when I took it in for warranty, granted I got the new year model replacement is lighter, but it was a Taiwan made frame, so yeah, I don't remember. So it's another frame that, kind of like my Bianchi Ultra, it broke near the right stay, where all the gear train is, in that corner. The Bianchi broke on the upper stay, so the joint coming to the dropout. The Trek broke on the lower stay, coming to the gear train there. So I can't really say what broke it. I have a suspicion of I can remember one ride and hitting a pothole pretty damn hard that it even kind of moved my seat post down. But I went for, kind of like my Bianchi, I went like a couple of weeks with it broken and not knowing it. And the reason why I knew that is because I developed, like on my Bianchi, I had a constant tick whenever I would pedal, especially when I would put down power. And one day I was out training and just putting in some real watts, and the ticking was just atrocious. So when I stopped, just kind of giving everything a once over, trying to figure out what the hell was going on, I noticed the stay was broken. And then the Trek was the same thing. I actually discovered it on this road here. Was doing a training ride, and just as I was pedaling, like tick, 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 I got all the way near the top and started looking around, and sure as heck, the bottom of the seat stay underneath was just all cracked all the way around. Great. So I do have a history of breaking shit. I've broken 2 sets of wheels. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm a sprinter body. A crack. Now, is that aluminum or was that carbon? Or steel? I know they can all three can crack. Steel. That almost tells me bad welding, right? Typically, right? Yeah. That was Johnny Bargeron. I haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah, I was going to say that's, unless there's just some major defect in a tube during extruding, it's generally a weld that is going to cause that sort of cracking in steel and aluminum. Well, I'm doing about 180, 200 watts. Doesn't feel too hard. My heart rate still remains about 134, 135. So I'm not feeling too bad right now. Who knows, maybe this is just what my body needed. Get out here, work some muscles, get some blood pumping.
Entry country iron offset. Have you ever climbed those mountains or there is no road to the top?
Yeah, so there's two ways up. So you can go all the way around that way. So I don't know if you want to pull up a Google map, Dimitri. So there's all the way that way. You continue to go east, and then you take, what is that exit? I think it's 14. And it comes around the backside of the mountain there. And then there's a road that starts actually climbing the mountain here. And it comes all the way straight up. You probably can't see in the video, but there's all the TV, cell, and towers all right up there. A little bit more over this way. On the other side is where the ski area is. So that's the one way, the most common way that people go up. The other way is people will go north and come back through the backside through Placitas. And the backside is kind of the, how do I describe it? Your hardcore riders way up, because it's pretty much a gravel road. And it's a great gravel road. It's not like it's not, well, I can't say that it's not muddy and everything, but it's a good hard packed gravel road that comes all the way up to where it meets the pavement. Now it doesn't go all the way to the top, but it comes to a section where it meets this other road that comes up. Now a lot of times what a lot of riders do, we have a ride here called the ATM, which is called the Around the Mountain. And generally it starts down there at the bottom where I was at the roundabout at the train station. People go north, they cut through Bernalillo, head up through Placitas, ride the dirt road up, and then they continue down the road and then come all the way back around. So it's called Around the Mountain. Now, there's another ride called, I want to say they call it the full enchilada. Enchilada. There I go with my lack of dialect in Spanish words. So the enchilada is where you're doing the ATM. When you hit the pavement, you do the additional, what is it, like 4 or 5 miles up to the top, and then go down and around. I've done it once. I've done Around the Mountain a couple of times, but done the full enchilada once. So yeah, it's fun riding up there. In fact, I want to do a stream going up there. I've done all the research to find out if I'll have cell signal up there, and I'm pretty sure I will. Yeah. Well, when you get to this section, so there's a kind of like a break between that mountain versus this mountain, okay? So once you get past this mountain, the zigzag all starts going up all this right here. And the same thing with the dirt side on the back side. It's a lot of zigzag up. But you want to talk about a great road, it's a great road. In fact, you don't even need a cross bike to do it. You can do it on a road bike. I mean, I think most of the time I've done it, I've been on a road bike with 28 tires. I've done it on the cross bike one time. But most everybody that does around the mountain, they do it on a road bike. It's that good of a road for being a dirt road.
Iron offset looking at Google, those trails in the mountains look nice.
Oh, they are. They are. There's a lot of hiking trails. There's a trail up there called 10K, which my wife and I, we do snowshoeing on when we get snow, which the mountain pretty much gets pretty good buildup of snow year round. Well, not year round, but winter time. Well, without even really thinking about it, I might make it all the way to the top. I don't know if I'm going to climb much further than this, though. I'd like to take you all into the foothills and do a little more climbing, but I think I'm just going to play it safe. So, elevation wise, like I said, this is pretty much a steady 3-4%. It does steepen up a little bit more just through here, especially right at mile mark 5 to the top. So back where I started, you know, my elevation was probably around 43, maybe 4,500 feet. I think by the time you get up here, it's right around 62, 63. Oh no, wait. Am I thinking that's right? Maybe 58 to 6. I can't remember now. Yeah, I think it was close to 6. Bummer. Looks like we had a little fire over here. Totally killed that tree. Hey Dimitri, I don't know if you're still there. Terry was just starting to stream as I was leaving. What town is he in? Let's see if I can. Goodness gracious.
Had a sip of that. Had a perfect chug though. That was really good.
All right, y'all. Chat. Bear with me just a bit. I'm going to check out Terry's stream for just a little bit. Looks like the guys are moving along. Yeah, I was just listening to him for a little bit. So they just left Port Huron. Okay. So I imagine I'll be going through Grand Rapids sometime tomorrow. These guys are making some really good progress. Nope. Almost to the top here. And I think my legs have had about enough. So I think I'm gonna definitely turn around up here. This sign right here is where the climb it kind of levels off. The climb just kind of evens out till you get to the stop sign. Flint seems like a good distance from there. So that pretty much means that they can, one of two options, I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but go Flint to Grand Rapids and then do Grand Rapids the following day to the ferry. Because that's a good distance. I think it's like 170, 180 miles from Port Huron to Grand Rapids, I think it was. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to stop my bag. Velcro strap came loose over here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. Crap. I gotta stop now. Don't want to, but I'm going to. There you go. Papa Zig, thank you for the follow. Oh. I think my legs are done pedaling, so I'm going to definitely turn around here at the stop sign. I don't know, I kind of can go straight and take another road back down home. I think instead of doing that, I'm just going to go, I don't know, I'm going to make a decision. Nah.
Box cloud, 563, 54 milliseconds.
Why am I low?
Armaments and seat switch to IRL. Box cloud, 1051, 58 milliseconds.
Oh, I dropped signal there. Alright, well, I decided to just turn around, head back. So all that work coming up, I get to enjoy going down now. And that air's got a nice little chill to it right now. Actually feels really good. Considering the last few days I've been almost getting like menopause heat flashes. Coasting 31 miles an hour. 32. Not even pedaling. 34. We'll pedal a little bit, get it up to 40. There's a 40. We got a car coming too, so I'm going to try to sneak a little bit of a draft off of it. Come on, car. I'm just going to hang it like right here, right in the shoulder. Put my head down, tuck, and catch a little bit of a draft. Very nice, nice and close. Thank you, sir. Hey, wait for me. This is normally where I just like put down so much power. It's hard for me to not pedal hard down this road, and I'm just like holding back. I'm like really fighting to like just hold back, not pedal hard. We'll catch two more vehicles coming up on me here, so I'll catch a couple of side drafts here. There you go. Ah, come on, come a little closer. I'm not afraid of you. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. One, two. All right, here we go. Picking up that speed now. Woo. Oh, here comes a whole group of cars coming up. Come on. Keep on. Come on. There we go. One. Oh, that car is going way over. Understandable. I'm still getting a draft though. I'm gonna fill it for all the way from over here. I got one more before the finish. Whew. That was a good one. That was actually fun. I feel like I haven't. I need to get out more. I've not been having any fun. Ah, there's yellow light. Oh. Goodness. I stopped in too fat of a gear there. Oh, big gear. There we go. I'm actually starting to film myself again. Don't feel that head. Hopefully when I get home I feel better, because I gotta jump in a meeting and try to. I'm tired of feeling like pretending to feel good, and I actually just want to feel good. I think I'm going to go straight instead of cutting through the balloon park. I normally turn left here and cut through the balloon park. Where the Tuesday night crits are held are just right over here. So I'm just gonna go back down all the way to the valley and head home. Come on, light. There we go. White patch in the sky you're talking about? If you're talking about in the sky, that's a huge thunderhead. Yeah, so it's a huge thunderhead building up. It looks like over Grants. Grants, New Mexico. So Mount Taylor. Hold on, let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, that could be. Where's Mount Taylor? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's towards Mount Taylor, out in Grants, New Mexico. So it looks like a huge thunderhead building up out there. So they're probably getting slammed pretty well with a huge storm right there. All right, car, which way are you going? Looks like he's coming this way.
Entry country iron offset. Is the fire situation any better?
You know what? I haven't checked on the fires recently. Since we've been getting rain for the last week. I imagine it's probably improved drastically, but I haven't really looked at any of our fires to see if it's helped. I do know the last I checked, they still have closures on all park areas, campsites. You still can't go anywhere right now. In fact, when I was up at my mom's house this weekend, I drove out there on the other side of the mountain, and all the different little places where you can stop and ride your mountain bikes up in the hills or the mountains out there were still all blocked off. So I do need to do a check, find out, because the fire situation and all that impacts, you know, whether I'll be pulling my trailer out anytime soon and going, you know, hitting the mountains, going camping. I was trying to think the last time I used my trailer. Oh, I remember. It was California at the beginning of the year. Yeah, I remember because I knew in California area, you know, it was going to be nice, real nice weather for it. But I was debating, like, the night before I left to California whether I should be winterizing the trailer, because we were still dealing with freezing conditions here and in Arizona. But it would be nice to get it out and go take the paddle boards, the mountain bikes, hit the lake up northern New Mexico. I would hope that the one up north, which was the biggest one, because generally if we're getting rain here, it's much worse north, or I shouldn't say worse, but heavier. So I would hope that it helped out up there, but it's kind of like a two-edged sword, because the monsoon season can also bring the fires with it because of all the lightning and everything going on. Yep. Oh. Well, while I've enjoyed my time out, at the same time I'm ready to get off the bike. I should have did the shorter beeline home instead of this little longer way. I hope that I won't have any regrets, but my hope is that getting out early is going to pay off, because the crits are going to get rained out. That's kind of my hope. Is not that I really want the crits to get rained out, but at the same time, I would hate the thought of thinking that I'm missing them because it actually didn't rain. So who knows? I may do maybe 2 streams today. So if the rain doesn't really come this afternoon and evening like it's predicted, maybe I'll just go on out there and do a little streaming of the races. Not ride. I won't ride out there. I'll just drive up there and kind of take the gear. Maybe I could put a better camera on the setup. I can put my Sony camera on there. Geez, guy, how far over do you want to come? Well, if I go again, I don't even think I'll take my bike. I'll just, well, I'll tell you what, I'll take a bike, but I'm gonna go, take my single speed and just kind of like tootle around, not really try to keep up with the races or anything like that. Just kind of, hang out at the grandstand, go to different corners, talk to the racers, stir up some bullshit, at the beginning of the race. maybe that'll be a little more fun. You know, there's an e-bike store over here that I've been wanting to check out. They're kind of a combination e-bike store and a cafe. I'm kind of interested. I'm not going to do it today, but I just want to go look at some of their e-bikes because I do have a couple of e-bikes on order. They're going to be delivered soon, and I don't know, I'm kind of actually interested in quitting my job and starting a e-bike repair business. I think that could be fun. So I think there's only, with the exception of the big brands, you know, selling e-bikes, there's only one dedicated e-bike store that I know of. Is it over here? No, it's a little further up. Oh man, you went there, didn't you? You know what? Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, right here, Kickstand Cafe, and I think they sell e-bikes. I don't know that it's a retirement. I will say that as I'm losing more and more interest in racing, I don't know that I'm throwing in the towel yet. I feel like I am. I don't know, the whole idea of having an e-bike has been kind of eating at me for a while, and I mean, they look fun. I used to make fun of them a couple of years ago. Hated chasing these damn e-bikes around on the bike trail. You know, I'm doing like 240, 260 watts trying to keep up with some of them out here. Oh, well, I don't know that I would call it retirement just yet, but maybe start a new business and work towards my retirement. It's something that I enjoy more right now. I think that's kind of where I'm going with it. I'm kind of tired of digging in other people's gold mines. I want my own gold mine. I mean, I certainly enjoy working on bikes. Hello? Going this way. I was going to take the path, but
Ivanov said I see e-bike is something that can get people out and about and for longer than they would otherwise.
yeah, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to on these e-bikes, Dimitri. The ones I got. So I got. If you want to look it up, it's called the Nyrika Prime A4, and I've upgraded it to the 1500 watt motor. So, and it's a fat tire bike. It's a 26x4 fat tire bike. I did put the front suspension on it, which I kind of did not want to do because the fork on the Nyrika looks like, it just looks like a badass, but I think long term, the 4-inch tires plus front suspension is going to make it just a plush ride. But it's 40 miles an hour. And so like one of the things I want to do is, you know, obviously I'm a cyclist, so I'm not going to go ride it like most people would, where they'd be in the throttle, right? What I want to do is just put it in pedal assist mode, where if I'm putting in 150 watts and it's equally giving me 150 watts, you know, how much longer of a ride I can go.
Entry recovery iron offset, that design is crazy.
Yeah, it's badass. What do you think of the fork, man? I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to put the suspension on, but, you know, because a fat tire bike is pretty plush as it is without suspension. I mean, you think about it, like I got a 29er 2.2, and that's a plush ride. So you got a 26x4, you know, it's a real plush ride. But so I ordered them with the suspension, the Dior XT 1x11. What I'm interested in, like, for me, it's kind of like I used to be able to ride from here out to my mom's house, way out on the other side of the mountain, like very easily. Like it was nothing to go put in an 80 mile a day and put in 4,000 feet of climbing. Today, the thought of doing that just, I don't know, it just was a set well. So I'm just kind of curious, like if, like, taking that out and how easy it would be to just kind of, hey, I'm heading to my mom's house today, and jump on the e-bike. And, you know, granted, like I said, I would pedal. I wouldn't, like, because I think my understanding is that that bike, if you were to ride it full throttle, you know, no pedal whatsoever, it's got a battery life of somewhere, now that's granted if you're going all out 40 miles an hour. It's something like an hour to hour and a half. But imagine that if you were doing like pedaling like what I would, you know, that the battery's got to last a couple hours, 2-3 hours maybe. So I'm really looking forward to those things getting here. They're supposed to, when I ordered them, my time frame, it's kind of like, it's almost like ordering a Tesla. And so the time frame when I ordered mine was, the scheduled delivery was supposed to be the end of June, beginning of July. I think that's right. Can't remember. So it's getting pretty close. I already ordered a set of top peak, what do you call it? The MX rear rack that attaches to the seat post. And then the clip-in bag that has the zippable panniers that hang on the side. So I already ordered those. They're in my house, just sitting waiting for those bikes to show up. So my plan is to make a new specifically for that bike. So rather than the backpack, which I mean, I'm still going to probably put it on a backpack of some sort. That way I can remove the backpack and the camera off the bike. But I want to mount the backpack and the camera to the bike on that rear rack. I think that'll be cool and fun. Well, the for sale by owner. I bet that house is expensive. Do you see a house up for sale here on Rio Grande Boulevard? You better snag it.
She said for sure going to turn some heads with that bike.
Yeah. So I ordered. Oh shoot! About to miss my street. Hello. So Dimitri, I always have to buy his and hers, okay? So I ordered myself one in the black and my wife one in the white. Yeah, it's kind of like when I bought spin bikes for when we do Zwift. I had to buy his and hers. That's not always the case, but you know, I can't leave my wife out of the fun, you know. It was expensive, I'll tell you that.
Entry copyright offset dot match.
And I ordered hers fully equipped like mine too, you know, the suspension, all Dior XT 1x11. Oh man, this roads are full of water. It's a good thing my bike's not super clean right now. And this guy just happened to park like right where we have to go into the puddles. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Practically go swimming there. You can almost go swimming back there. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
Yeah, I know. I feel about granddaughter.
Hello. Hello. I wonder if they're ever going to finish this house. That house has been like that forever. It's like they added on and then they put the protective tape and then never finished running the mesh wire and the stucco. That house has been like that since I've lived down in this neighborhood.
Entry copyright offset ran out of money.
Maybe. I mean, it's pretty common in this area because, you know, like I said, this prime real estate area here, and most people do like we did. You know, you have an older home and you either tear it down, or if certain parts of your house are good, you could add on to it.
An offset brother is building a house up north on some land for a tiny house, still so much money.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram pics of the other day. Looks like you were out there again. All right, everyone, I'm coming up on my usual street where I shut down my stream. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're getting closer to building. All right, thank you, Dimitri. Thanks for hanging out. Looks like they're getting closer to finishing all these new townhomes they're building in this section here.
Perfect timing, gonna grab a coffee.
That sounds good right now. Maybe my tummy can finally handle some. All right, y'all. I'm gonna shut the stream down here. Thanks for joining me. Let's see here. Oh, damn it, I just stepped right in the mud.